Привет, comrades, and welcome to Greekish Outdoors. Today we're going to be looking at the Arsenal SLR 105, which is the modern name for the AK74. So, stick around. First, time for a history lesson. 1943, World War II. The Soviet Union was in a bloody conflict with Nazi Germany, and every advantage was being squeezed out of each army. The Sturmgewehr 44, a new type of weapon from the Germans, now known as an assault rifle, had made its way onto the battlefield. It had impressed the Soviets with its firepower and accuracy. One thing was for sure, they needed one of their own. The task was given to Mikhail Kalashnikov, an ambitious young Soviet engineer. However, it was 1947 before one of the most infamous weapons ever created found its way into service. The AK-47, firing the 7.62 by 39 cartridge, was extremely successful. In fact, over 75 million were built over its lifetime, and it has been used in over 87 countries. Next came the AKM, with its simpler individual parts that made it easier for mass production. However, Kalashnikov still thought improvements could be made, and by 1974 the AK-74 was released, firing the 5.45 by 39mm cartridge. The AK-74 had a better effective firing range and accuracy, was more reliable, and yet used approximately 50% of the parts of the AKM. Certain improvements were made in the AK-74M in 1991, but the AK-74 is still in use today, and over 5 million have been built. So what comes in the box? So here you have your manual with all your safety instructions and information. We have the gun itself. It comes with a magazine. It is electric powered, so it comes with a battery. This is a 2x3 AAA 350 milliamp hour battery. You do get a pair of safety specs. You get a charger to charge up your battery. It comes with 100.12 gram BBs, and it even comes with a little strap. Cheap strap, but a strap all the same. The gun itself here has the traditional safety mechanism or selector switch. Currently is in safe. If you move the lever down, it puts it into semi-automatic. Then the final stage is automatic. The priming handle here is actually fixed. In the booklet that comes with this, it does say it pulls back, but that must be for a slightly different model, as this one is definitely fixed in place and will not pull back. The sights can be adjusted by pushing in this button here, and then you either move forward or backwards. This gun is not really meant for being super accurate, so I think mainly that is just for a little bit of realism. And of course the front sights are fixed. They did quite a nice job with the wood effect on the plastic. It does look okay until you get up close. It's a shame that the rest of the gun is made of plastic. The battery goes into the stock. You will need your own screwdriver, as one is not provided. The butt plate then comes off. To gain access to the battery compartment, you just simply slide this piece carefully off. And there you'll see the connector for the battery. Simply connect the battery in place, and the battery gets stored further down in the stock. You can then replace and then screw in the butt pad back into place. And there your battery is loaded in. One thing I forgot to mention is it does come with this little rod where you can put a piece of material in there and either clean or unblock the barrel. To fill the magazine, you simply pull this part down and this bit flicks up, and then you can add your plastic BBs in there. Once you've filled up your BBs, there is a small gear here which you will just need to tighten. That tightens the spring and pushes the BBs up to the top here where they can then be fired out. So the magazine inserts in the gun just like the AK-47 and the AK-74. You clip the front in first and then push it in. And they're ready to go. If you want to take out the magazine, you simply press this button here forward and pull out. When the magazine's full and you do that, you will lose a couple of BBs as the spring has already locked those in place. So it states it fires at 43 meters per second. So let's check it out over the chronograph first. This is 0.12 gram 6mm BBs. Right, let's get it on the target range and see how accurate it is. Right, safety first. It's quite difficult to see because of the fact the lack of power and the distance, but there's BBs all over the place, so not a particularly accurate gun. So one thing I noticed is that sometimes it does misfire and no BB comes out of this, so you have to keep winding this up at the back, but if you do it too much and fire, you'll get a massive launch of about 10 or 15 BBs in one go, and they won't be under any power, they'll just splurge out the end. So that's something to be mindful of.
And once more we play our dangerous game, a game of chess against our old adversary, the American Navy. Oh.
So the AK-47, or as today as it's called, the Arsenal SLR 105, BB gun from ASG. So this is under 80 euros. It's not the best BB gun, it's not the most accurate, but it's really fun to be able to get an automatic firing BB gun that looks pretty good, to be honest. It's only when you get up close that you notice it's really made out of plastic. From a distance you'd probably think this was wood and black metal, and the fact that you can even sounds good. You're probably not going to be the best on the field at an airsoft skirmish with this, but for a beginner's gun, if you're learning airsoft, or you want something that looks very historical, like a AK-74, then this may be the gun for you. I mean, under 80 euros. It's a lot of fun for that, really. Anyway, please let me know what you thought of the gun in the description below. Have you tried this one out? Is it something you would like to try? If you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. But for now, thanks for watching, take care, much love, do svidaniya.